Hello, this is Smilerflips and welcome back to another episode of Super Mario Galaxy. So in this episode we are doing a boss battle, and once we've done the boss battle then we'll be starting world number 4. Or dome number 4, depending on what you want to call it. The next dome is called the bedroom, which has got the iconic Dusty Gardens Galaxy. It's also the one. It also introduces domes that have got 3 main galaxies instead of 2. Which is good because the earlier galaxies, it makes sense to only have 1-star galaxies, because if you've got a 1-star galaxy, it allows you to teach the player to new techniques, new things about the game. It allows new players to also get familiar with concepts that they might not already be familiar with. Also, if it's stuff like the Rolling Ball Galaxy or the Ray Surfing Galaxy, it allows you to simply just be like, this is a type of level in the game. There we go. It's always best to aim for the pull start, even if you know you're going to hit home. Just because if you end up missing, it's to save you. Galaxy 2 is a lot less forgiving, hence why I'm aiming for home. You can do it like that, or you can go and get the other thing. Use exactly the same, as Nintendo will literally utilise like the same model over and over and over to like create environments like this. And the reason Nintendo does that is, one, saves money on like development, on modelling stuff like that, but it also can create an atmosphere, which with Galaxy it's a lot more based on like the atmosphere of the level rather than the actual challenge. And yeah, with Mario, it should be a bit of an atmosphere and challenge. It shouldn't just be, oh, it's a good atmosphere, but it's not like difficult. There we go, here's Bowser Jr. So what Bowser Jr. does is he shoots bullet bills. You don't give up. Fine then, I guess I'll just have to whoop you myself. You want this Grand Star so bad, you're gonna have to take it from me. My favourite thing is the fact that Mario Party in the UK had to be recalled because of a word. Because in the UK and in America, you've got like words that mean different things. And yeah, what's a slur in America might not be a slur in the UK, or what's a slur in the UK might not be a slur in America. And that's where video games have to go about localization. They have to localize games, but when they localize stuff, they have to be a lot more understanding of like the meaning of words in different cultures. Because we could have like one word that means one thing in one country and one thing in another. Or you could have spelling differences. Or you could have like in Mario Party, a word that means something completely different in both countries. Because where like Nintendo does like to be inclusive, there is elements of their company that are not inclusive, that are problematic, and the fact that as the company is not English to start off with, they may not know like the true meaning of certain words, which is probably also why they've got 2 localization teams now for porting it into English, because of a incident that happened with Mario Party game where they put a ableist slur in there, which I do think is hilarious that Nintendo, of all companies, is the one that's got a slur in their game when the games are kid friendly. I'm not going to read this text again because, yeah, Nintendo, the Mario company, having a slur in their game is funny. Considering Nintendo is seen as like the company that makes kids games. And yeah, it doesn't matter if a company makes kids games or not. The way it should be judged is the games that they make are good. Because for example, personally I think stuff like Mario is better than Call of Duty because with Mario, you've got that sense of progression. With Call of Duty, it's just the same thing. In which, yeah, you do collect things. Making a game that simply is based on just one thing is ridiculous. There we go, we've defeated it. On to the next level now, which will be starting the next dome. And that's of course we've got male Toad who's been like, oh, Luigi's here, go and save him. Because once we've done the other secret stuff, then all the domes are done. Come on. Once all the ground floor domes are done, the engine rooms are unlocked. And then I'm pretty sure you can then battle Bowser once we've got 60 stars. So once we've done this dome, there is potential that we could go straight and battle Bowser. I'm not going to do that because it messes everything up. There we go, there we go, there we go. There's all our star bits, we're almost to a good point. Thanks to you and your friends, all the domes on the lower level are working again. Once the engine room on the upper level has power, the observatory will be fully working. Then the Comet Observatory will be able to fly again. And you'll be able to fly to your special one in the centre of the universe. So, yeah. So, once we've got 60 stars, and one more Grand Star, we're able to then battle Bowser if we wish. Of course I'm not going to go straight and do that, because if I do that it's not very good. Also I like to get as much stuff done before we do the battles, because if we do that it's a lot easier. I'm not doing the enemy base yet. I am going to open up all the other galaxies first. We've got 11 more stars than what we needed. And I'm going to start with Freeze Flame. I prefer Freeze Flame because it's one of those levels where is a lot more enjoyable. This one has got Secret Star, so we'll do Secret Star first. Then after that, we'll go through the rest of this galaxy and fully beat this one. This one also has a Cosmic Mario race. Even though you can destroy boulders and that, I don't really want to do that. Hey old man, are you practicing how to skate too? Well, why don't we play a game? Can you catch me? Okay, come on. Come on. There we go, we got the penguin. Not bad, old man. With skating skills like that, you might have a chance, a small chance, but maybe a chance. Like, once we've done like the dialogue once on like secret star things and that, I will just tend to try and skip it as much as I can. Just because, yeah. With this one, it's quite clever how they've done secret star. Because naturally you'll want to explore the levels anyway. If it's like your first time playing it. If you've played the game before, no. And the thing is with this is probably the one where I never actually got the main star, but I got the secret star. Because when I first started playing Galaxy, as soon as I got to the point where I was able to beat Bowser, just beat Bowser and then didn't actually play the rest of the game. Until I was in college, where I was like, oh, let's revisit some of the games that I played when I was younger, and I realised that I never 100%ed it, even though when I was younger I thought I did. With the Life Up mushroom, it's really good. Also, be careful in this level, because the thing on the ground. The water, if you go in it, you will take damage. Not straight away, but it's like a freezing thing, so it will freeze Mario. With this, what you want to do is you just want to take it slow. The reason you want to take it slow is because if you rush this, what will happen is you could fall off, which, yeah, that's obvious, but the thing is as more of a challenging level, you will tend to make mistakes, especially later on in the Galaxy games. Because the way Nintendo designed it is they design games so that at the start they're a lot easier, and as you progress, they become more challenging. By introducing concepts that in earlier levels we've seen as quite unfair, in my opinion. Because like, if you were to put like Cosmic Clones from the second game which technically are in the first game as that Cosmic Mario race, but in one way I technically don't class that as like Cosmic Clone, I technically class it as like its own entity. I basically class that as like Shadow Mario from the Mario Sunshine game, where it's like, yeah, it is another Mario, but it's the comic manifesting itself as Mario. It's not actually like the universe trying to replicate what Mario's doing. It's its own entity. Whereas the Cosmic Clones, in my opinion, are more of the Galaxy creating like shadow versions of Mario that follow him and copy his every move, just because the Galaxy wants to do that. It's like other levels as well. In every single Mario game, you're gonna have stupid enemies that literally are like copying your every move in the game. Which, yeah, it is funny, but the way Nintendo handles some characters is stupid. It's also pointless as well. And the way Nintendo handles some stuff in, like, the most popular games is ridiculous as well. I do not like just Dusty Dune Galaxy, so I'll be leaving that one till last in this before we do like smaller galaxies. But if we do get the Hungry Loom, I'll probably do that before anyway. Hey old man, are you practicing to skate too? I'm not reading the whole thing again, it's just, yeah. Just habit. Because it's good how the game teaches you how to like do things, but not in a way that's like shake the controller to skate. Instead it's like, can you catch the penguin, and once it makes sure that you're able to skate, it then literally is like, okay, now you can continue on. Let's continue your galaxy adventure. Because Nintendo has always been like that, where when they've been teaching stuff to the player, you always do it in a way where it doesn't feel like you're learning how to do things. It feels more like part of the experience. For example, another good example is Mario 3D World. Mario 3D World literally teaches you to play the game with no dialogue. It's like the original Mario Brothers as well, like the whole Goomba mushroom thing, where the mushroom goes under the blocks, therefore it's hard to dodge, and then when you accidentally fall into it, you become Big Mario. It teaches you that Goombas are evil, but you've got power-ups, which, if you collect, will make you stronger. And if you collect these stronger power-ups, it will make the game easier for you, stuff like that. It's what Nintendo does. It's why Nintendo is probably one of the better companies. Because in an industry where you've got other companies that are like making things more complex, Mario is complex, but in a way that anyone can handle it. Compared to something like Call of Duty, where it's like, where do you start and all that. It's also one of those games where you have to like the genre, and that might be the reason why, for instance, I don't particularly enjoy playing Call of Duty, but Mario Galaxy I find to be a really good game. But then the thing with Call of Duty, the reason why I don't like that is just because it's literally just focused on doing the same action over and over and over. Whereas at least with Galaxy, even though, yes, you could argue that it's the same action, you've got like different bosses to defeat, you've got like different like power-ups to get, you've got like different characters. Once you get through the story, you've got like collectibles and that. Because you're literally collecting collectibles, it's what makes something like Galaxy or Mario better than Call of Duty, in my opinion. Because I'd rather play something like Super Mario Galaxy where it's all literally stuff like collecting stars, collecting items, collecting stuff, and as you see the like star charts and that fill up, you feel a sense of accomplishment. With something like Call of Duty, it's literally just like do the campaign, then collect stuff online. Which, as someone who believes that games that have online services shouldn't be mainly focused on the online, it should be mainly focused on the campaign still. Because one day in the future, once hardware and that moves on, of course Nintendo or whatever company is going to discontinue your online service. For example, the official Mario Kart Wii service. Even though it would be good if Nintendo kept the online servers around for Mario Kart Wii, Mario Kart 7 and Mario Kart 8, I don't know if the DS version actually had a online server, or if it was like, or what the online was on that one, but yeah. The thing is the online servers will always be discontinued if, like, if for instance a company moves on, or like console it's on is like discontinued, a lot of the support for old consoles is literally gone. Even if like you want to support like a popular like franchise, sometimes you just can't, because Nintendo or Microsoft or whatever company owns the IP or the console is like, it's not worth spending the money on these servers when there's not many players. And yeah, a live service game, in my opinion, isn't a very good concept for creating video games, because you create the concept, you create a new franchise, it's all online, then when that ends, either you can't access the game at all, or you can access the game just with a lot of features gone. Good example is LEGO Universe. LEGO Universe was a good game. Don't get me wrong, LEGO Universe was good. It's an amazing franchise that it's part of. However, with LEGO Universe, because it was a live service game, companies are less likely to keep a game around if it's not making them money. Especially if they're having to pay to run a server that's not on a game that it's worth running for. For example, you've got some companies that will require you to be connected to the internet all the time, even though the game, the only thing that's relevant for internet is like a stat thing, which, yeah, fair enough, but by having it so you always have to be online, or having it so that it's designed to always be online, is ridiculous. Especially with LEGO Dimensions, where you have to literally download later level packs. Downloading your first level pack, downloading like the odd bit of data is good, but with stuff like that, I remember it used to take entire days to download updates for Wii U games back when the Wii U was new, because not everyone had super fast Wi-Fi. And as well, the Wii U network was awful. Nintendo, even though I do think it was a good step in the right direction for Switch, the thing is you've got to take into consideration that having live service games or games that require you to need to connect to the internet all the times are not very user friendly. Especially if you put like loot boxes in. Which, having loot boxes be required to like get new stuff in games isn't very consumer friendly. Because having loot boxes, or in the sense of like Fortnite and that, if you have got like a Fortnite account, you've bought like V-Bucks, you've bought your skins, and then say Fortnite is to shut down, which in the future it will shut down. Epic Games isn't going to keep running a game that literally has got very minimal players, but hardcore fan base. Epic Games is not going to shut it down. Because once people move on from games and that, and like a company's not making enough money, or the target amount of money they want, they'll just shut it down. That's the issue with LEGO Universe. The amount of money it costs to run is ridiculous. Like, I've not seen like the online database of stuff like online database and stuff, but the thing is stuff like Club Penguin, which, yes, isn't the same as Fortnite, but you could pay, like, you could pay to become, like, a member of an exclusive club on it. You could pay to get, like, more stuff to access, but they still have enough stuff free in it for people who don't pay to like access stuff. Same with Bin Weevils as well. I remember Bin Weevils. Bin Weevils was basically the same as Club Penguin. It was the first one out of the two that I was introduced to. And yeah, Bin Weevils, you didn't have to pay to. You didn't have to actually pay to access content in the game. Most of it was free. But you'd have Bin Tycoon, which is the membership, where you'd be able to buy more stuff, you'd be able to get exclusive items, exclusive bonuses, exclusive games. You'd have your own island as well. And the thing is Bin Weevils is one that was better to play for free. It's like Moshi Monsters as well. Like, Moshi Monsters is another online game, which probably is one of the ones that are more remembered by the general public, because Moshi Monsters I think is still going. But with the Moshi Monsters app, like, the brand outweighed like the game itself, and it survived as well by having stuff like 3DS games, events at theme parks, stuff like that. The company would keep it relevant by constantly putting stuff in the game, which is good. But if you are having a live service game which requires you to pay for stuff, or is funded basically off the sale of skins, once you stop giving that new content out, you're going to lose money, you're not going to be able to afford to run it. So thanks for watching this episode. In the next episode, we will continue playing it. Thanks for watching, and bye.